Start. Please.
Risha Anaga, you can start.
Yes. Yes.
You can start now.
Vayu Jivottama.
Yes.
Srish, you can start. Yeah.
Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama.
Hari
Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama.
Shriman Madhwamate Hari Parataraha Satyam Jagat Latvato.
Shriman Madhwamate Hari Parataraha Satyam Jagat Tatpato.
Binna Jiva Gana Hare Ranuchara Nichocha Bhavangata.
Binna Jiva Gana Hare Ranuchara Nichocha Bhavangata.
Muktir Naija Sukhanubhuti Ramala Bhaktischa Tatsadhanam.
Muktir Naija Sukhanubhuti
Hekshaditritayam Pramana Akhila Amnayaika Vedyo Harihi.
Hekshaditritayam Pramana Akhila Amnayaika Vedyo Harihi.
Hari Sarvottama Vayu Jivottama.
Hari Sarvottama Vayu Jivottama.
Yeah.
Yes, Madhav, you can start.
Yeah. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Today we'll talk about one very interesting topic, like why don't we celebrate Shakuni of Mahabharata? We all know that Shakuni was very brilliant trick master who used to make lot of tricks, and he used to give lot of information and ideas to the Kaurava squad, the leads like Duryodhana, Dushasana, including Karna to an extent. And we also know that he was a very great gambler, where he can win easily with anybody. So if we take it as a sportive nature, why don't we celebrate him? Why don't we become like fan of him? Why don't we appreciate him? These kind of questions always come. The importance of Mahabharata comes that compared to any other cooked up stories or cooked up epics of on the earth, Mahabharata doesn't hide anything. It keeps entire thing open so that three type of jivas can interpret according to their sadhana marga. Satvika always do in a Satvik marg. Rajasa would make business out of Mahabharata. You might have seen some salespeople giving pitch of Mahabharata and the way how Mahabharata, how Krishna did Mahabharata as a winning story, all those kind of things. And at the end of the day, they all together go for a wine party, because they use it for Rajas purpose, selling something or convincing someone to do hard work, convincing someone to do wrong stuffs with a right spirit, something like that. Tamasa always like take up something which is very negative out of it. They say, okay, why don't? Duryodhana itself himself was a hero. Karna was like great Danashura. Why don't we make him as a hero of the Mahabharata story? So like this. But if you look at Acharya Madhwa, the main core principle behind Mahabharata is only two things to take away is Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama. Mahabharata only explains the greatness of Lord Krishna and nothing else. So that is the way we have to take when it comes to Mahabharata Tattva according to Srimad Ananda Tirtharu. Now, why we suddenly entered into a topic of Shakuni here, and why we started saying that? Why don't we praise him, or why don't we appreciate his brain tactics, or his gambling abilities. So there is some relation. It is just chintana, not to blame anyone, not to hurt anyone. So today we know that there used to be sports around us, and we used to take sports as a part of entertainment, and then we used to enjoy in our spare amount of time. But now this sport itself has become part of our life. People, even when they are sitting in temple and watching Ramadevara puja or Swamiji doing pujas, or even doing Mangalacharane or Mangalarti and all, people will be looking at score. People will be looking at some sports on their mobile or even discussing about those. And some people like even take a loan to purchase a ticket, and in life at least they want to go and visit and see a live sports. So sports as such is not a bad stuff. And we all know that sports itself is not a Purushartha sadhana. So none of the sports carry Purushartha sadhana. But we all have made sports as part of our daily ritual. We may not remember Acharya Madhwaru every day, but we remember definitely a sports star, definitely a film star. So why the sports need to be little bit thought beyond what we are doing today is the people who are becoming iconic outcomes of the sports are looking like a gamblers. Those sports icon promote wrong products on the YouTube. They become brand ambassador for the products which are harmful for kids and youth. And they are brand ambassador for lot of wrong things, like even gambling games that are coming out these days. The moment you open any social media, the first thing you will see is play rummy game. So, and the sports icons are becoming, the movie stars are becoming brand ambassador for these products. When you look at them from this angle, they are not lesser than Mama Shakuni of Mahabharata. Shakuni utilized all his talent, all his achievement, and all his ability to play a sport for always confusing and doing wrong things or pushing hard bad group against a good people. Today, the concerning issues on this earth is health problem. Most of us are having a very good wealth, I would say. Even people who are like poorest of poor are not dying because of food. Lot of donors are there, lot of charities are there. Someone will come and give food. By the way, God will protect everyone. But the thing is, the thing that everybody is fighting is with health. Health and Adhyana. Adhyana means we don't know what is right and what is wrong. And making such people as icons of our next generation, making these kind of sports as part of our daily rituals at home, spending good amount of time even on Ekadashi or fasting days or even during festivals, Deepavali, Dasara, while there is a puja going on at home, people are busy in watching the sports. While there is a event going in temple, outside people are like whispering in each other's ear that, okay, there is one wicket down, something like that. And sport is only has now been represented as patriotism as well. If you want to call someone patriotic, if he is a fan of a particular nation sports star, then we are calling them as a patriot. While our brave soldiers or people who are in the back end who are not even seen in the media or anywhere working very hard, like people who are doing hundreds of goshalas, people who are saving cows from the people who want to kill them, and then the people who are protecting the soil, people who are protecting the water. And in Bihar and all, there were people who alone dug up a tunnel out of a big mountain to make a path for connecting two cities because his wife died while carrying and there was no straight road between two cities to take to the hospital. So such people are never been remembered as patriotic or somebody who is contributing to the nation. But a sports person who even sometimes doesn't know after a party where to keep the national flag is become a patriotic person and most respected. And even president and prime minister of the country goes and visits them and then wishes them for such a winning. And the outcome of this is not a patriotic squad that comes out as a common citizen in India or any other country, but there are a lot of people who are making money out of it, like TV channels, advertisements, the dancing people in the ground, and what else not. Lot of things are happening. So is it that this story cooked up by myself? To an extent, I am overthinking on this, but if we have to come to a proper nirnaya, whether somebody doing his intelligence, intellectual for anti-nationalism or for spoiling others or hurting good people and supporting bad people, they are like Shakuni. And this nirnaya will be given by Mahabharata Tatpara Nirnaya. Mahabharata Tatpara Nirnaya is one of the books, only one book on this earth. We can tell you definitions of many things. Whom you call as a husband, whom you call as a wife, whom you call as a brother, whom you call as a friend, whom you call as a brave, whom you call as Purushartha Sadhaka. Everything is neatly been given by Srimad Ananda Tirtharu. That's why they are being called as Trailokyacharyaru, Purna Prajnaru, because everything is complete, everything is perfect when they are giving their knowledge. So with that note, it is very important time for us to introspect. Should we continue enjoying sports as a sport? Just be a sportive in nature, enjoy, remove your mind weight or your unhappiness, or maybe sometime we are dull, we want to relax. Maybe we can sip some amount of sports and then come back to our sadhana janma. Otherwise, we don't know where we end up behind all these very well planned, well invested, wrong sides of the things that are happening around us. And then we may lose even 1 hour of our entire life to devote towards our own sadhana. So with that note, we'll leave this thought open for everybody in this shaka to think, how do we convince our next generation, or how do we convince ourselves that how can we take something and be still detached? Because detachment is one of the core principles of Madhva Tattvas. If we have to follow dharma, one of the fundamental thing that we have to identify is detachment. Detachment means not oversticking to same thing and being spoiling ourselves and removing or losing control of all our indriyas. That is called as attachment. And if we are detached from there, we know when to stuck to it, when to be aware of it, then we can do some sadhana and we can be called as dharmic. So with that note, over to ending prayer. And we request all any critics or questions or any thought processing around the topics to be put in a group chat so that we can do more chintana mantana on those things and then adopt at least ourselves in our life and educate our next generations on what is right, what is wrong. So Krishna Arpanamastu. Over to you, Srisha.
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरि परतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
भिन्ना हरेरनुचरा नीचोच्च भावङ्गता
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचराः नीचोच्च भावङ्गता
मुक्तिर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
हेक्षादित्रितयं प्रमाण अखिला आनायङ्कवेद्यो हरिः
शादित्रितयं प्रमाण अखिला नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि
सर्वोत्तम
वायु जीवोत्तम. As per today's the tip is we in at least twice once in twice 2 weeks we need to visit